You ever pour your heart and soul into something, late nights, early mornings, only to have it fall apart because you didn't bring the right people along for the ride? That's what happens with unengaged stakeholders. They can throw a wrench in your gears, stall your progress, and even derail the entire thing. But it doesn't have to be that way. In this video, we're diving deep into the art of dealing with difficult stakeholders. When you're excited about a project, the last thing you want to do is slow down and loop everyone in. But trust me, getting your stakeholders involved early is crucial. Think of it like buying a car. Would you rather be told what car you're getting after it's already been bought, or be part of the selection process? The same goes for your stakeholders. When you bring them in early, you're giving them a chance to voice their opinions, share their concerns, and feel like they're part of the process. Imagine you are working on a huge real estate development project. You will hold brainstorming sessions from the get-go, inviting everyone to share their thoughts. It is not always smooth sailing. You will have heated debates, and there were times you wanted to pull your hair out, but it will be worth it. By getting everyone's input early on, you will identify potential roadblocks and address them before they become major issues. The result? The project will be successful, and everyone involved will feel like they were part of something special. The most successful people see things from other people's perspectives. The same principle applies when dealing with stakeholders. Instead of approaching the situation from your own point of view, take the time to understand where they're coming from. What are their goals? What are their concerns? What motivates them? Once you understand their perspective, you can tailor your communication to better resonate with them. I'll never forget managing a project to implement a new software system for a large company. The CEO was excited about the potential cost savings and efficiency improvements, but the employees were resistant to change, worried about the learning curve, and skeptical that the new system would make their lives easier. So, we listened. We held town hall meetings, focus groups, one-on-one sessions, you name it, we did it. Through all of that, we understood their concerns. Once we addressed those concerns, providing ample training, offering ongoing support, and clearly demonstrating the benefits of the new system, the employees came around. Remember that game telephone we used to play as kids? You whisper something to one person, they whisper it to the next, and so on. By the time it gets to the last person, the message is completely different. Don't let that happen with your stakeholders. When it comes to communication, clarity is key. Be upfront about your goals, your timelines, and any potential challenges. The more transparent you are, the more trust you build. Think of it like this. Would you rather invest in a property with a detailed inspection report that outlines every little flaw, or one where the seller is vague and evasive about potential problems? I'm willing to bet you'd choose the former, and your stakeholders are no different. They want to know what they're getting into, and they appreciate honesty, even when it comes to the not-so-pretty details. Imagine you are working on a project to renovate an old apartment building. You knew there would be surprises, so you will make a point to keep the stakeholders informed every step of the way. You will send out regular progress reports, hold weekly conference calls, and you will always be available to answer any questions they have. Is it more work? Absolutely, but it will pay off. Because you are so transparent throughout the process, the stakeholders will feel like they are in the loop and trust you to handle any challenges that arise. Dealing with difficult stakeholders can be, well, difficult. But it doesn't have to be a constant battle. It's possible to build strong, positive relationships with even the most challenging stakeholders. How? By treating them like human beings. Take the time to get to know your stakeholders on a personal level. What are their interests? What are they passionate about? Find common ground, build rapport, and show them that you value their input and their perspective. Imagine you are working on a project to get approval for a new development in a neighborhood resistant to change. Instead of just showing up with your plans and expecting everyone to be on board, you will engage with the community. You will attend local events, volunteer at neighborhood organizations, and even hosted a barbecue where people could come and chat with you informally. And you know what? It will make all the difference. By building those relationships and showing that you genuinely care about the community, you may get the support you need for the project. Dealing with difficult stakeholders can test even the most patient person's limits. But it's a marathon, not a sprint. Don't expect to win them over overnight. It takes time, persistence, and a whole lot of patience to build trust and turn a skeptic into an advocate. Remember, they might have been burned in the past, or they might just be naturally cautious. And that's okay. Your job is to show them that you're different, that you're in it for the long haul, and that you're committed to their success as much as your own. Imagine you are working on a project plagued with delays and setbacks. Understandably, the stakeholders are getting restless. There will be times when you want to throw in the towel, to walk away and say, forget it. But you know that isn't the right thing to do. So you double down on your commitment to communication. You will keep the stakeholders informed every step of the way, even when you don't have good news to share. You listen to their concerns, acknowledge their frustrations, and reassure them that you are doing everything in your power to get the project back on track. And slowly but surely, it worked. They saw that you weren't giving up, that you were in it with them until the very end. And in the end, you were able to deliver the project, although a little later than expected. So, there you have it. 5 strategies for not just surviving, but thriving when it comes to even the most challenging stakeholders. Remember, it's all about building relationships, understanding perspectives, and communicating clearly and consistently. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your biggest challenges when it comes to stakeholder management? Share your experiences in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you're looking for more tips on how to crush it in the project management world, don't forget to check out my video on the top 5 mistakes project managers make and how to avoid them. It's packed with even more actionable advice that you can use to level up your game.